Hello guys, welcome back to Testing Basics. I am surrounded by denim and a camera for some reason. Yes, this is the one. Straight leg jeans, Testing Basics. Started off with 10 pairs, there's only 8 in this in the end, which will be explained as we go on. I'm not going to do a long rambling intro because it's going to be a really long video because there's so many pairs of jeans here. I've been wearing them all for days and days and days on end. Every pair's been worn at least 4 times throughout this video so that I could really see how they, I mean you can't really see after 4 wears, but just try to do it more than try to wear them all more than once so that you could actually get an idea of if you're going to lose their shape and everything like that. So for the most affordable pair we have UNIQLO, which was £34.90. These are the UNIQLO straight leg jeans. I got them in a waist 25. I probably am, oh, I didn't mean to hit you with them. I probably am at the moment, a waist 25 is my general size, or a size 8. And so hopefully that will give you a bit of a benchmark as we talk about the sizing through this. These size quite large, I would actually recommend going a whole size down. Yeah, so maybe I'm like a 26 probably is my truest size, I would say. These definitely do size large. They are quite a lightweight denim compared to the others. They come in this light wash. They're quite long through the leg, very straight through the leg, high-waisted too. Some of the ones that we have here that class as straight leg have a slightly skinnier, straighter leg, whereas these are definitely classed as a wider, straighter leg. And yeah, quite a loose fit through the bum and through the crotch and over the hips and everything. So that's UNIQLO, £34.90. Next up, we have Weekday, the Weekday Seattle jeans. Now these I got, with Weekday Seattle, I would always say get the smallest size you can. I got these in a waist 25, and when I try them on, I'm like, oh my god, trying to button them up. They're super, super tight, but I have another pair of Seattle jeans, so I could kind of talk about these for even more longevity. Just do go the smallest size that you can. These are in the classic mid-wash. They, like, you'll see what I mean on the cutaways compared to the UNIQLO ones. They are just a slightly more tapered leg, which I really like. Really long, good length through the leg, and Weekday are great for doing varied leg lengths. So these are actually a waist 25, leg 30. The UNIQLO ones, I think, just say 25 inch. Yes, see, there's no varying leg length. Weekday are really good for varying leg lengths. So that's Weekday Seattle, £40, waist 25, leg 30. Next, in this price point, it has some that's been disqualified, which is TOPSHOP, for reasons which are going to come clear in the cutaway. So I bought one pair in store initially, which were £49. These are called the Editor jeans. I got them in a size 8, which converts to a waist 26, leg 30. So they had them like all in one section of the shop. I picked them up, tried them on, noticed the specific pair I tried on had a mark on them. Tried on this size, tried on a few different sizes, worked out this was the best one. So then went back to where I'd got them from and just picked up the exact same size jeans, but a different pair that didn't have a mark on them. Didn't try them on again, obviously, because I'd done that. Got home and I was like, these are so much shorter than the ones I've tried on, it doesn't make any sense. So then I ordered a different style online in a leg 34, thinking if I go up an extra 2 inches on the leg, that's gonna compensate for it. So these are a waist 26, leg 34, these were £40. And again, they're converting that to a UK 8, they're the TOPSHOP straight jean. They are shorter than the leg 30. So I'm just not featuring TOPSHOP in this. I'm taking both of these back, that's why they've still got the tags on. I don't want to take the tags off, wear them, wash them, not be able to return them when I know I'm never going to wear them. And I'm ultimately not going to recommend a brand for jeans that's this hard to buy and where the sizing is this confusing, especially through the leg. Like, there's a 4-inch leg difference and the longer leg is shorter than the leg 30. And this is from trying to buy in-store and online as well. So TOPSHOP are out of this one, but I wanted to show you that I tried them so you could see at least what they look like on. Like if you were petite, maybe they'd be fine, but still I think these other brands are a lot stronger. So that was TOPSHOP. Next up from there we have ARKET. These are their straight leg jeans. They also have a style online called regular. I went for straight for this. I'm just trying to find them, here we go. Sizing wise, again, I got these in a, what size did I go for? 25. These are very long legged and they don't have varying leg lengths. These are definitely tall girl jeans. I'm 5'8" for reference, and you'll see in the cutaways these are long, long, long. More similar in style to the UNIQLO ones in that they're a wider leg, but I think these have a much nicer fit over the bum and waist from first impressions, but they are long, so do bear that in mind. If you were under 5'6", they would just be too long, unless you were always going to wear them with super, super, super high heels, but they're definitely not versatile with their leg lengths. This fit personally I find flattering, but like I said, I'm tall and I'm long-legged, so that was ARKET at £59, also in a waist 25. I think maybe I'm actually a waist 25, seeing as that's what the sizing has been for all of them, although the TOPSHOP ones, the waist 26 did fit. Next up from there we have EVERLANE at £62. What are we with these? These ones I ordered the waist 26 and then had to return them and ended up going for the waist 25. So yeah, these are a waist 25 regular. All of them obviously exact ones will be linked in the description box, but these are called the Cheeky Jean. Again, mid-wash, they're all the same sort of similar wash. Button fly, oh, I haven't talked about flies through them all. I'll write on the screen if it's a button fly, if it's a zip fly. For me, I don't have a preference, I'm fine with either. So it doesn't, that's why I've not highlighted it, because it's not something I would pay much attention to or worry about. But yeah, sorry, EVERLANE. Waist 25 regular. They don't also just do regular and long leg length, I think is all they do, or maybe short. Again, all the information will be on their website, but the regular ones are a really good length. I would say they kind of fit like a leg 30 would fit. Similar in length to the weekday ones. These ones, we have a pair from COS coming up. The three of them are a really, 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 really similar style and fit, which is quite nice. So yeah, this was EVERLANE, £62, waist 25 regular. One up from there, we've got Under the Stories, who I often find very hit and miss with denim, so I'm quite excited about featuring these. £65, which I think is quite a lot. Personally, I'm surprised they're more expensive than ARKET, because I would always consider Under the Stories to be a slightly more affordable brand than ARKET within the whole H&M group. These I have in a waist 26. Again, they don't come with leg lengths. Under the Stories just do a hell of a lot of different styles of jeans, where each style will have a different leg length as opposed to doing one style with lots of different leg lengths like Weekday do. So these are a lighter wash, or similar in wash to the UNIQLO ones. I think they're quite a small fit. They're a waist 26 and they are tight when you first put them on, so I would even consider going a size up, especially if you had a nice juicy big bum, which I don't really have, unfortunately. But if you were that kind of body shape with like a smaller waist and a bigger bum, definitely go a size up with these, because they're really tight fitting over the crotch and everything like that. So yeah, that was Under the Stories. What did I just say they were? £65, waist 26, and they don't have a leg length. I'm also going to write the composition of all the jeans on the screen just to stop this being too wordy. Next up from there we have COS. Where art thou? These are a waist 25. They definitely fit big, I would say. Go one size down in COS if you can. Waist 25 is the smallest size they do, and still came up a little bit large on me. They're very similar in fit, like I already said, to the Weekday ones and the COS ones. They both have that straight but slightly tapered leg, which I really like. Again, these don't offer different leg lengths, and they actually describe them as a cropped length. You'd have to be very tall for these to be considerably cropped, I would say, because they come to a really nice length on me, kind of just above the ankle. So I personally don't consider that cropped. I would consider that quite a regular leg length for me. Whereas something like the ARKET ones I'd consider long, and like the TOPSHOP ones that came up short, that would be cropped to me. Whereas these are just a really nice leg length actually, and if you were smaller, if you were under 5'5", say, they would definitely be quite a long jean. So the fact they're described as cropped feels a little bit misleading. But yeah, super similar in the style to the two other ones which I keep mentioning. This was COS at £69. And okay, moving into the more expensive realm now. I just have two more pairs to talk about. These are the Levi's Ribcage. These are the only pair in this video that were gifted to me, and they're the only pair that aren't brand new. I was gifted these through the summer and have maybe worn them under 10 times, but a few times, but not tons. So I only wore them once for this video because I already had worn them quite a bit, but I didn't want, the Levi's was the most requested brand from you guys, and I didn't want to go out and have to buy the exact same pair of jeans that I already had. because that's hugely wasteful. So these are the Levi's rib cage. At present, as far as I know, they don't do varying leg lengths, which is where these fall short. These are a cropped jean as far as I'm concerned. They're, yeah, much shorter in the leg. They fit really, really, really tight over the bum and hips, but they're meant to. The whole rib cage thing's like pulling in your ribs. So these are in a waist 26. And like I said, they fit snug, they fit tight. I would say these fit more like a waist 25 or even a 24 because they're like a real tight fit for me. So I would consider, definitely go for your own size if you feel like you can take on some very tight jeans. If not, go one size up. But like I said, the whole point is for them to fit really snug around the waist and the bum and then be quite straight through the leg. These are just the standard mid-wash ones, which are really nice. But yeah, it's the length of these which I think is worth noting and then considering your own height. So that was Levi's at £95, but I didn't pay for these myself. On to the two most expensive ones now. So the two brands which you guys requested the most for the top end were REDONE and AGOLDE. I honestly do not know how to say that name. So REDONE, I'm going to put a cutaway in here. I tried on 2 pairs from them in Liberty's. So they offer a whole selection of Levi's, which would kind of be pointless for me to do because it's like shopping vintage Levi's. They've all been redone. And so I could recommend a pair and then you guys could go try that pair, and it doesn't exist twice. Each of them are one of a kind. They're also really, really high price. So I wanted to try something from REDONE that was part of their collection, so not the Levi's collection that they do with. And the most common one is called something like the Stove or the something. Anyway, it's the one that I tried on and I'll write the actual name of it on here. As you can see from the cutaways, the fit was really, really disappointing. The legs were too short. It just didn't fit great, and so I decided not to buy them, especially because they're so expensive. And I just didn't love the fit, and I knew I was already buying another expensive pair, and they were a very similar price point, and I just probably selfishly thought, you know what, I'm not going to wear these beyond this video. I don't want to spend this much money on them, and I can say, alone from just trying them on, that I don't recommend this specific style, which I think is their best seller, because the fit for me just really wasn't great. And then like I said, the thing that they offer, which is really cool, is this whole Levi's section, but that would be, you can't go and buy the exact pair that I would have because they're all one of a kind. And also just shop vintage for vintage Levi's, that you don't need to go spend that amount of money on them. Again, I did try on one of those pairs, and it's not even like they're redone in a way that makes them fit perfectly. You've honestly got just as much luck shopping in a Levi's shop, shopping in a vintage shop with vintage Levi's to find a pair. It's not like they've all been retailored to this really amazing fit that we're all searching for, unfortunately. So REDONE aren't in this video. I have got another pair of REDONE jeans I've had for quite a while, which were a specific style they did. And I really like them. They fit really nicely. They're not in this video because I've had them for ages, and they're kind of, they are straight leg, but I don't know, they didn't feel like the right fit for it. But even from my experience with them, I wouldn't say you need to go spend this much money on jeans. I did buy one expensive pair though, the AGOLDE ones. I'm going with that for the pronunciation. These were £240. I bought mine in Liberty's. These are a waist 24. They fit bloody big. 2 sizes down. Honestly guys, you need to size down in these. They're big waist sizing. So yeah, I tried on a waist 26 initially and then just went down and down, and this is nowhere near as tight as say the Levi's, nowhere near as tight fitting as even the ARKET ones, which I think fit nicer over the bum and waist. They have a really good fit, and they're kind of similar to the ARKET ones actually, in that it's quite a high waist. There's quite a lot of fabric there, and then these come up a bit shorter than the ARKET ones, but are a similar width down the leg, which is quite nice. But yeah, definitely go a few sizes down. These have the button fly, and yeah, like I said, for waist 24, similar wash to the ARKET ones too, I would say. So yeah, these are the expensive ones that we tried for this, and I hope you guys don't mind the REDONE ones being omitted and can understand why, and that alone is enough of a review for you all. So yes, let us get into the long bit of this video. Hey guys, had on EVERLANE, EVERLANE jeans for several days now. Just had it on with my Manolo Blahnik shoes, and today my big rain coat because it's very cold outside. And I'll just quickly show the outfit and take it off so we can talk about the jeans. Excuse me, sorry, I'm full of cold. this was the outfit. The t-shirts from Under the Stories. It's a very nice one actually. And I really like these jeans. I've liked them more than the COS ones. I think they've held their shape better. Like I said, the COS ones I struggled with the shape around the crotch, but I think these have held much, much better. They have kneed quite a bit, as you can probably see here. And then in turn, the shape of the leg is a bit... I'm so sorry, guys, for the coughing and the sniffing. And the shape of the leg has been a bit compromised, but I like them more than the COS ones. Comfort-wise, they're very similar in the way that the denim feels and the thickness of the denim. That's also very similar. But I just think these have held their shape quite a lot better. And yeah, the wash of them's great. They're really, really good. I really, really recommend them. I definitely would say go the smallest size that you can normally get away with jeans. They've had a little bit of give through the waist, but nothing too much. Nothing that I don't think will bounce back when they're washed. But obviously, we will test that in due course. But yeah, they've been great. It's probably the only issue is the way that they knead a little bit. But for me, that wouldn't be a deal breaker at all. I think they're really, really great. Hello guys, I'm here now to talk about the COS ones. These definitely are super similar in style to the Everlane and the Weekday ones that we've got. These do give a lot more, and yeah, the sizing just isn't as great on them. There is so much more give through the few wears that they've had. I really do like the length of them. I think the length is a bit better for me than the Everlane ones, very similar to the Weekday ones. But just the denim is quite a lot softer, which is really comfortable. But like, as you can see, I'm trying to just, yeah, you can see how much this is given. So yeah, they're comfortable, like I said, and I do think they look great. Like the length, I like how they sit through the leg. But definitely prefer the Weekday ones to these. And they do all sit in a similar kind of ilk, those ones. But yeah, not quite as good as Weekday. Okay guys, I'm here to talk about the Under the Stories jeans today, which I've been wearing for the past 4 days. I've just got one with a gap jump here. Right, these are bloody good. Really good. This is so hard. These are the best Under the Stories jeans I've ever had. I've had a few pairs like over recent years where I've been quite like meh about them. These are, so they're tight. The first time I wore them, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but sometimes if I wear tight jeans I feel like they really rub like my bikini line, especially if I've done something like shaved recently, so the skin's just more sensitive in general. The first day it really felt like that, and the whole day I was like, oh, I just want to take them off. They give after one wear. Literally, that doesn't feel that way at all anymore. So initially I was like, nah, I'm not loving these. However, they definitely give. But they don't give in the knees or anything, or in a way that looks unflattering. They're still really tight over the bum. I think they would be the kind of jeans we'll obviously see once I do wash them, but when you wash them, to expect them to then tighten back up a lot again. But like, their knees haven't given, the seams haven't twisted, which is something I've experienced with Under the Stories jeans before. I really like the wash of them. I think they're really flattering. I would say I like them more than the... It's really difficult. The other three, where are we up to now? Definitely like them more than the UNIQLO ones. The Everlane, the COS and the Weekday are all quite similar. These have a slightly different fit. It's hard for me to pinpoint what's different about them. I think I like them more, I can't believe I'm saying this, because I feel like they're holding the shape better. I feel like all the other three have kneed a bit more than these have, and these are holding their shape really, really, really well. These possibly could be winning, possibly beating the Weekday Seattle, which I never thought would be the day, but I hope you guys can just see, just from me showing you like this, and I know I'm just holding my top up the whole time, which is a bit weird, but just the way they're really holding their shape, like, I don't know, they just have a really, really, really good fit to them. They're a really good length if you're tall, really good length, just like a nice ankle skimming length that looks great with boots, trainers, whatever. Yeah, really, really big thumbs up. Hey guys, I've had on the Weekday Seattle ones today and for the past few days. I really, really, really like these. They need a tiny bit, but it's super, super, super minimal. I think they're just, the fit of them is just really, really nice. They have given a bit, so like I said, go for the smallest size you can with these because they do just give, and I'll keep a good eye on how they kind of stretch back or get smaller again in the wash. But yeah, they're brilliant. I just think the weight of them feels really nice, the thickness of them. I think they look very, very similar to the COS ones and the EVERLANE ones, but these are just about winning. Definitely winning over the COS ones because I think these have a nicer fit to them over the crotch and everything, ever so slightly. The EVERLANE ones are great as well, and obviously they should get some extra added points with the fact that they're a sustainable brand. And I think it's really good that there is a brand out there that's sustainable, that's doing reasonably priced denim as well. But yeah, I just think, oh God, it's really hard to, maybe in the wash we'll get more of a distinction between the EVERLANE and the weekday ones. But yeah, these are brilliant. Just wearing them with a UNIQLO sweatshirt today and a t-shirt which is from, I think this is my ASOS one, I think. Hey guys, had on the ARKET ones today, or the past few days. Just got on with some Converse, a t-shirt from Weekday, long sleeve t-shirt. Had a jumper on as well, I've just walked very fast and I'm very out of breath. These are a great fit, but very different to the rest. I'm just going to stand on the steps so you can see. They're a lot longer in the leg. I would say if you're any shorter than me, so that's any shorter than 5'8", they're not going to be a winner because you're going to have to wear them with heels. I think they're just a length that I can get away with. If you're very tall, then these would be brilliant, so like 5'8 plus. They're a great pair of jeans. The fit on them is really, really, really good. But I think to say they're called a straight leg, they're very different to all of the styles that we have here. I really like them. I don't find this kind of length as versatile and easy to wear as ones like the Weekday, the EVERLANE, the COS, that kind of style. Because the length makes it harder for shoes sometimes and can look a bit awkward. So yeah, this isn't about the quality, it's just about the fit and the style. I think isn't as easy to wear as some of the others. Hey guys, so UNIQLO jeans today, and I've just got a comfy cashmere jumper on, which is really old from Philippa K. These are like so much lighter weight than all the others that you could like easily wear them around the house. They're obviously not more comfortable than actually wearing your proper comfy clothes, but they're a really soft, lighter denim. But you guys know that's not something I personally look for in this fit and style of denim. So yeah, these are my favourite, and I think you can see through, there's just not a great fit through the crotch, like there's such a lot of fabric here. Even though they're high-waisted, they kind of don't want to sit up here and sit tight and then fitted through there. The length is great, and like, I think the wash is really nice, but the fit of them just isn't quite up to scratch with the rest. And yeah, because the denim's so much thinner and like just a softer, more supple denim than some of the others, I think that also is why it feels a lot baggier and looser through here as opposed to feeling like a structure. So yeah, unfortunately I'm not loving these ones. Hey guys, I've had on the AGOLDE jeans, still don't know how to pronounce it. They're really nice. They have got a lovely, lovely, lovely fit to them. They're definitely nicer than all the REDONE ones I tried on, which I know I've already said. But I just don't think, I mean, they're kind of a straighter leg fit. They're slightly different fit. Again, as I keep saying, I think I'm forgetting everything. Weekday, COS, EVERLANE are very similar. These are more of a similar fit to the Under the Stories one. But I still prefer the Under the Stories. They're really nice to wear and they're really comfortable, but just not worth the money, I'm afraid. Like, I was going to be really surprised if I ended up thinking it was worth spending a lot of money on jeans, and I just don't. It's not to say I won't wear them, I will wear them. I think they look good, I think they're great. If you were like, for whatever reason, loved this brand and wanted to shop there, then yeah, they're good jeans, they fit good. They feel nice on, they're very comfortable, the denim feels lovely, but so does the denim in some much more affordable ones. So I ultimately just don't think it's worth it. They kind of need in the same way what all the others have. There's been no like exceptional differences at all with these compared to the others. So yeah, that's the review of these ones. Excuse the mess behind me, guys. I've got the Levi's ones on, just with an ARKET jumper and Muji socks, and had on my Muji trainers. So I've only worn these once throughout this video because they are too short for me in the winter. I wore these lots through the summer because they work for me with sandals or with trainers with no socks on. But as you can see, the length of them is just really awkward for me with socks, because I prefer it when a sock goes all the way up the jean and you don't have this gap. And the same would be with boots, like you just have an awkward gap, which I personally find really, really unflattering. That being said, for the main thing I feel about them is, please, Levi's, do these in another leg length. If these were like leg 32 or leg 34, I think they'd be the winners in this video, because what they've nailed is the perfect amount of stretch and stiffness in the denim. So the fit of them, as you can see over the bum, is so flattering, and through the waist. I would definitely recommend going just a tight size, because they do have the tiniest bit of stretch, which means they give a little bit, even if initially when you put them on you're like, sweet Jesus, I'm never going to breathe again. But the fit of them through here, I think they're the most flattering ones that we have. They just look so good. They look so good over your bum. And again, it's just the way that they've just nailed the shape through there, and the way the denim sits and everything. But unfortunately, because of the length, for me, they're really not that easy for me to wear in winter at all. And generally, I just don't find this length that flattering on me. If you were, say, 5'6" and under, then these are going to be absolutely perfect for you. They're just going to look so much better than they do on me. And in the meantime, Levi's, please do these in a longer leg length, because they're brilliant, brilliant, brilliant jeans. It's just the length that lets them down for me. Hello guys, so on to the final segment. They have all been washed just in a really like normal bog standard 30-degree wash. They've also all been tumble dried, because I would normally tumble dry my denim. As a general rule, wash your jeans as little as you can get away with. I mean, I probably wash every pair that I'm wearing a lot once a month maybe. Unless you spill something on them or anything like that, then just wash as little as possible. They've all changed in the exact same way, which is completely to be expected with denim, where they've shrunk a little bit. And you mostly feel that shrinkage doing them up. So certain ones, like the End of the Stories ones and the Levi's rib cage, I had to rearrange my internal organs to get them done up again. I'm not deducting any marks, as it were, for that, because that's what I expect from denim. And I would generally say that they kind of shrink to a tiny bit smaller than they feel when they're new after a wear or two. I've never had a pair of jeans tighten in the wash and then not give again, so I'm not worried about any of them long term. And there's been no washing disasters. It's all as expected, so the washing has not factored into the final decision making here. So I've got the pile the wrong way around. I need to start from the bottom. In last place, we're going to put oh no, this is all wrong. In last place, I'm going to put the AGOLDE jeans. This is completely what I expected from this video, and I'm really pleased that this is the case. I don't recommend you go and spend a fortune on denim. That's not to say you can't. That's not to say that really expensive brands don't do beautiful denim as well. These particular jeans I will go on to wear a lot. I really like them. The fit's great. They're lovely through the leg. You just don't need to part with this much money. There is no difference in how these feel like they fit, how they've washed, how the quality feels to the high street ones whatsoever. I think the high street's just getting better and better at denim, so you really, really don't need to go and spend a fortune. If you wanted to, this brand I think's got some great things on offer. These particular ones I do really like the fit of and everything, and yeah, like I said, they're great, but you don't need to go spend this much. They're just simply not worth the price tag. And I can see the appeal of spending a lot on denim, because they're such a staple of so many people's wardrobe. Cost per wear, you know, you're going to get them down, but personally I'd rather put that money into things like cashmere in the winter, outerwear, even like shoes, definitely shoes and handbags, but a beautiful shirt or something where the money in luxury, you can tell a bit more in the item. And I just, for me personally, that doesn't happen with denim. So they're in last place. Second to last, interestingly, is going to be the most affordable pair, which were the UNIQLO ones. You guys know I'm like the biggest UNIQLO fan ever. Really love everything they do, but they're just, jeans aren't for me. The fit of these just wasn't great. Compared to the high street ones we have, they really felt a lot looser. The fit felt a lot less flattering. And yeah, I know they're the most affordable ones, but I would definitely say go and spend the extra 20, 30 pounds or whatever on some of the other high street denim ones that we have here, because yeah, these were my least favourite fitting ones. But I didn't want to put them in last place just because I still think they're better for the money in some ways than these really expensive ones are, if that makes sense. So that's Uniqlo there. Next spot, I'm going to put the COS ones. Now these fit, which I kind of kept banding together, these, the Everlane and the Weekday, which I'm sure you've been able to tell throughout the video, fit very similarly. Even sometimes looking at the cutaways, for me it was hard to remember which was which, but when you have them on and when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, there are differences. And that's why I'm putting the COS quite far down in the pile, because compared to the Everlane and Weekday, incidentally I also think that specific fit is my favourite in these videos, which is the slightly more tapered leg. I think they're really flattering, I think they're really easy to style, I think they look good with everything. I just think they're really, that's my favourite fit, these three type of jeans. But out of the three, the COS ones were definitely the weakest link. Even trying them on now after they've been washed, they still just got the bagginess through the crotch. It doesn't feel like they're quite high-waisted enough to be really flattering. The leg, through the leg's great and everything, but it's just mostly the crotch area, which I think really lets them down. And they're up against some tough competition, so those are in 3rd place. I can't do the maths quick enough. 5th place, I think. Next from there, we're going to do ARKET. I really like these jeans. For me personally, I'm going to wear these a lot. If you were tall, I really recommend them. For these and the next pair I'm going to talk about, which are the Levi's ones. The reason I've put them in this place is because I think they're too specific height-wise, and because they don't offer varying leg lengths, it's just a little bit too... It's just not, oh my gosh, what's the word? Inclusive enough of different heights. So these, if you're tall, a 5'7", 5'8" even, I'd say 5'8" or taller, great jeans. If you are like 6 foot and struggle for jeans in the leg, get these. These are brilliant. They look great. I really like how they look on someone my height with heels. But if you are shorter than me, they're just too long. They're just too long. And I just think that makes them not accessible enough for so many people. It's a real shame because the fit of them through the waist and everything and over the bum is amazing. Like I said, I do have some jeans from ARKET, which are the regular fit, which do come up shorter in the legs. So the brand does offer a varying, a more varied selection. They also do have some cropped jeans. So do bear that in mind. As a brand, I do think their denim is good. It's really nice quality and everything. But for this specific pair, it is just a little bit too, yeah, you just have to be tall basically. And I think, again, they're up against brands which are really good at having varied leg lengths and everything like that. And yeah, like I said, the denim that ARKET offer on a whole, there is lots of different options there. Which is the same to be said for Levi's, which is what I've put next. Of course, they're like the piece resistance of denim, and they have so many different styles. Like their 501s that they've redone, the 505, their skinny jeans, which do come in different leg lengths. The rib cage, which in my opinion are some of the strongest jeans they've done for so long. Like the fit through the waist and the bum is amazing. I would say a cropped jean is more versatile for all heights, but for me in the winter, I know I'm not going to wear these for the reasons I spoke about in the video, with just the gap between the jean and the boot, which I personally don't like, but I will wear these in the summer with sandals. So I think a shorter jean is slightly more versatile than a longer jean, because if you're just smaller, unless you want it traipsing on the floor, you just can't make it work. So the leg length of these is what lets them down. If these were like a leg 32 or they offered that, then these would win, because I think the fit over the waist and the bum, and there's just the tiniest bit of stretch. I mean, you don't even notice it at all. It's still a stiff, beautiful denim, but that tiniest bit of stretch makes it so flattering over the waist and the bum. But I've just had to rank them so much further down because of the lacking in the varying leg lengths, the lack of varying leg lengths. So yeah, if you are shorter though, I would say 5'5" and under, get these. These are so flattering over the bum and waist, so good. It's the leg length that's holding them back for me. But if you were a bit smaller and you knew you could get away with them wearing your boots this time of year, then they're going to be a great all year jean. But for me, until Levi's do them in very different leg lengths, I'm going to double check, and if I've got this information wrong, it'll be written all over the screen that you can. But last time I looked, which was the beginning of starting to film this video, they definitely didn't have the differing leg lengths, which is a real shame, because like I said, otherwise they would have come up a lot higher, because I think they're really bloody good jeans. Okay, we're rattling through this. In 3rd place, I've put And Other Stories. Now, The reason I really like this specific pair of jeans, I think I'm going to wear these a lot. I really like the wash. I think if you've been after a pair of that really typical vintage Levi's look, vintage 501 look, these are a really bloody great option for that. The wash of them and everything and the fit is really, really, really flattering. I put them in 3rd place just because, I mean, even looking at them now, like I think the seams on them are going to twist and things. You can see it's already going on that leg, and I've had this experience with Under the Stories denim before. I was trying not to like put future experiences on other jeans too much into this because I can't say that for all of the brands, but I have found that there's seams on the legs twist, which is happening here already, like you can see. But they are a really, really, really good fitting jean. I've had hit and miss experiences with Under the Stories denim, but this is a big hit for me. And I'll know, like I keep saying, I'll go on to wear them so much, and I think they're really flattering through the leg and everything. Really nice feel to the denim. It's just, I have some reservations for how they'll do long term. So that leaves the last two. In 2nd place, I feel like I'm slowly sliding off the edge of the bed here. In 2nd place, we're going to put EVERLANE. Really like the fit of these jeans. I think especially if you're watching this in America, then this is a far more accessible brand than some of the others that I mentioned here as well. And yeah, they're a really, really, really good fit. They've washed really well, like they all have. Flattering through the bum, through everything, just great through the leg. Really great, really good jeans, and obviously it's a sustainable brand as well, so they always get brownie points for that. The only negative thing is that the cream, what's this called, label, I don't know, has all the dyes kind of run into it. I don't know if that's because obviously I was washing a lot of denim all at once in the wash, but I mean that is like a really minor thing. And even like the Weekday ones and the Levi ones do that, but it's just because they've done such a creamy coloured one, it kind of is more noticeable. That's me being unbelievably picky with stuff though. Yeah, they're just great jeans. I think they've got great fit to them. If you are making really conscious effort to be really ethical with your shopping choices, then first of all, big congratulations. It's a huge step and a very difficult thing to do. And EVERLANE, I'm really pleased to say, have just a really good classic jean which you can shop. So they're in 2nd place, which leaves, as I predicted and hoped, the Weekday Seattle jeans. Now, I was biased to begin with because I hugely recommend Weekday jeans generally. And part of the reason I wanted to put these in 1st place, they're so similar to the EVERLANE one, it's unbelievable. In terms of the specific style, there's not much to go between. But the styles that Weekday offer and the sizing that they offer, it's just so vast. They just, as a brand, are nailing high street denim. They really are, like they're doing such a good job of it, making it so accessible to everybody, and everything comes in different washes. Everything comes in, like, honestly, some of them are like from leg 26 to leg 34. It's crazy. It's just, and the waist sizes are equally varied as well. It's brilliant. And these are just such good jeans. I also have them in a dark wash, which I've had for ages, and I love them. So I can say that long term they just do so bloody well. And just the price point, they're cheaper than the EVERLANE ones. They're cheaper than the COS ones. Were these the 3rd most expensive we had? 3rd cheapest, 3rd most affordable is the best way to phrase that. But yeah, they're just nailing it for such a good price. Like I really can't fault it. These fit amazing. These will be, out of all of them, the pair that I go on to wear the most. I think because these two are so similar, I would like if this was in the wash and then I'd wear these, and I would honestly grab each of them without feeling like it was going to change my outfit at all. That's how similar they were. Like if I, for instance, if I went into my wardrobe thinking I'm going to wear my Weekday ones today and then came across these first, I'd be like, no, I'll wear them, because they're that similar. So I think these two and the Under the Stories, for me personally, are the ones that I'm going to go on to wear the most. But these, yeah, I just really, really, really highly recommend them. I think they're great, and try them on if you're not sure about what leg length is best. Like I said, I have got a leg 30 here, and they're just brilliant. And as I was saying at the beginning of this video, I really think this specific style of denim, this slightly tapered, not too wide, very straight, it looks great on everybody, and it's just really easy to style. You know you're going to get your wear out of them. So yes, Testing Basics jeans done. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I will take a bit of a Testing Basics break. Say that fast 10 times. Testing Basics break. probably up until the new year now, just because we're getting very close to Christmas. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Links for everything will be in the description box. If you have any other experiences with any of these brands that's really different to what I experienced, if you have any notes on how you've experienced some of these brands long term, as in if you've got like a pair of And Other Stories jeans that you have, I think, have been great long term, or if you've got a pair of EVERLANE jeans that have fallen to bits a month down the line, just share them in the comments so that there's as much information available as possible for everybody. And yes, thank you so much for watching.